Hello, my dear friends. I am Tariq Ahmed and I'm starting with a lecture series on computer graphics in which I will cover different topics related to computer graphics. And once you have covered these lectures and attended all the sessions, then what will be your takeaways? What you will learn from this course? So I have highlighted all the points over here, unit wise, what I will cover in this course. So first thing that I will touch on, that is fundamentals of computer graphics. What is computer graphics? So I'll cover this first. Computer graphics is basically a core branch of computer science field, and it is very important to learn the computer graphics subject. So I'll touch what is computer graphics, and I'll also elaborate about what are the classifications of computer graphics. You will be able to learn the building blocks of the computer graphics system, and I will talk on what are the input and output units that are used to develop or to work with the computer graphics system. I'll also differentiate between the random scan display and raster scan display, and you will be able to learn what is how the video controller works. So this all will I will cover in the fundamentals of computer graphics. Next, I'll try to show you that how the points are plotted on the screen, how the images are generated on the screen. So this will be your point plotting techniques, in which I will cover number of primitives like lines. I will cover up to how to draw the circle, how to draw the curves, in which I will mathematically show you with the help of an algorithm how these objects are achieved on the screen. For example, you will be having a symmetric DDA algorithm, simple DDA algorithm, Bresenham's algorithm, and that will be for line as well as for circle. I will also tell you about how the ellipses are generated on the screen. We will also discuss about the different types of curves like Bezier curve and B-spline curves, how these curves are generated. Not only I'll talk only about the theory part of it, I'll also discuss the mathematical calculations involved in this generation of these curves. I will also give you the examples how these lines are generated. So this will be covered in this second part of the lecture sessions, whereas in the third part I will touch on the transformations. So transformations, once the image is generated, then you have to transform it. Means you have to shift an object from one location to another location, or if you want to scale it up, scale it down, means you want to increase the size of an object or decrease the size of an object, or if you want to rotate by certain angle, or if you want to reflect that object by x-axis or y-axis, means horizontal or vertical, or let's say if you want to scale, you shear that object. So I will demonstrate you with the help of examples that how the 2D and 3D transformations are achieved. So in that unit, I will cover those points. And then after that, I will cover about the clipping algorithms, that is line clipping algorithm and your polygon clipping algorithm. Because what is clipping basically, that is when an object is lying outside, if you see an object that is outside the camera, when it is mapped onto your screen, there's some part that lies outside the screen and some of the part is visible on the screen. So the part that is lying outside the screen, how it is removed from that. So that is called a clipping. That is the object that is lying within the visible region is made available on the screen. So in that I'll discuss about what is clipping and the line clipping algorithm and polygon clipping algorithm. I will also explain the properties of a good computer graphics design package, that I will discuss about how to design a good graphics package. So I'll discuss about those properties in it. And then beside that, I will tell you about the graphics programming. So in that graphics programming, you will be able to draw different types of pictures on your screen using certain programming languages. Specifically, I will use the C programming language to design graphics. So in that I will explain you about the basic primitives, as well as I will discuss the implementation of various algorithms using C. For example, Bresenham's algorithm, how to implement the line clipping algorithm, polygon clipping algorithm, and also how you will be able to generate curves on your screen using C programming language. Not only I'll restrict the discussion over here, I will also demonstrate you how a graphics package can be designed in which you will be having a high level of interaction with the mouse. So I will cover up the mouse handling in C as well in your computer graphics. And also with this, I will touch the environment of OpenGL, that is Open Graphics Library environment, in which also you can generate computer graphics objects, and you can do the animations with the help of this OpenGL environment. So I will explain how to install that OpenGL and how to work with this OpenGL. So these things will be your takeaways once you have completed this computer graphics course. So let's start with this. What is computer graphics? Let's start with the lecture 1. So what is computer graphics? Let's start with it. Now I'm writing what is computer graphics. Computer graphics comprises two words, computer and graphics. Computer is basically what? It is a system that includes the software and the hardware. Okay, that you already know that when we are talking about a computer, that includes the processing, and it is a system that has got the software, it is installed with the software, and there is a hardware. Hardware runs with the help of a software. Okay, so now if I talk about graphics, what do you mean by graphics? Graphics is a picture or an art. You can call it as a drawing or any figure or any clip art. You can have maps, graphs, or you can have animations. You can have videos. So there can be number of graphics units that can be picture, art, drawing, figure, clip art, maps, graphs, and animations. When these objects are created with the help of a computer system, will be defined as computer graphics. In simple words, if I try to define what is computer graphics, images that are created with the help of a computer system will be defined as computer graphics. So this is the definition of computer graphics in simple terms. In more technical words, if I try to define that what is computer graphics, it is basically a process through which the image is or any picture is generated. It is a process through which a picture has to go through. That first is, it is concerned with the creation, then storage, then you have the manipulation, then representation. I'll talk what are these terms. So whenever you generate any picture, that it has to go through certain process, that is, you create an image, you store that image, you manipulate that image, and you represent that image in certain format. What do you mean by creation over here? Creation is basically generation of the graphics or an image using certain software. That there are number of software through which you can generate or create images. For example, I'll just list only few. You have Adobe Photoshop, you have Adobe Illustrator, or you have Flash, through which you can generate animations. So creation means that you are generating images with the help of certain graphics package. That is the part of a creation. Once you have created that image, you have to store that image into the hard drive or in any disk. So that is the storage part. How your image will be stored into the disk, that is the storage. That is the second part. Okay, you can deal with the images in the manipulation phase. Means if you want to edit the images, if you want to make some changes, or if you want to modify your image, for example, you want to increase the contrast or lower down the brightness, so that is the manipulation of the image. Okay, so if you do the modification or edit in your image, that will be called as the manipulation. Or if you rotate that image, if you scaled up that image, or so this is the manipulation part of your image, where when you edit your image. Then after that there is a fourth phase, that is the representation. Means once you have created an image, how that image will be represented in terms of ones and zero, because you are using what? You are using computer system. You are using computer system to generate this image. When we are talking about computer, you do processing, and when you do processing and you are using a computer, you are generating the digital image. And when we are talking about the digital image, it is represented in terms of ones and zeros. So this is that the representation part of an image. So computer graphics is it is concerned with the creation, storage, manipulation and representation of an image. So technically, in technical terms, if I try to define what is computer graphics, that is, it is concerned, or the computer graphics deals with the creation, storage, manipulation and representation of pictures. That is called the computer graphics. So this is how we define the computer graphics. Now I'll discuss about why we use computer graphics, why we use computer graphics, CG in short. So nowadays you might have seen that the computer graphics is effectively utilized in number of fields. For example, in health sector, you are using computer graphics very effectively to demonstrate number of scans, MRI scan, you have ultrasound scan, you have X-rays. So these are all examples of your computer graphics. Likewise, we are also using computer graphics in the field of education for teaching purpose, for giving presentations, or for preparing video lectures, or you are using for training programs. So computer graphics has tremendous use in different fields. Right now I'm not discussing applications of computer graphics, so I'll discuss later on in detail what are the applications of computer graphics. But here I'm highlighting why we are using computer graphics in our day-to-day life. Reason being, earlier we used to represent the data in the alphanumeric form. Alphanumeric form. So this was the form of data representation that we use in earlier days. That is, alphanumeric means that is a textual representation in terms of alphabets, numbers, or certain symbols. So in earlier days, we used to represent the data in terms of alphabets, numbers, and symbols. So it was very uneasy to retrieve the information or perceive the information out of this textual data representation. So this has been transformed into the visual form, pictorial form. So in the if the data is represented in the picturesque form or a pictorial form, so it becomes very easy to develop the idea out of that figure. For example, a picture, an image is drawn with the help of your bar charts, or you have a pie chart. So it allows you to develop the idea of that content very easily through a picture, and it becomes very easy to communicate the information through a picture. So human being has got the tendency to perceive the information if it is shown with the help of a graphical representation. So it becomes very easy to develop the idea out of this graphics. So this is why we are using the computer graphics in our day-to-day life, because the human beings comprehend the information very quickly if it is represented into the visual form. So this is why we are using computer graphics nowadays. And there is a boom of computer graphics in the field of, you on internet you have seen that on website you see the number of images are shown, the advertisements are going on, and the videos are shown. So that is the reason. The reason is that the things will become very catchy for the viewers. So that is why we are using computer graphics effectively in number of fields. So I restrict my discussion of on computer graphics right now here only, and in the next lecture I will come up with the classification of computer graphics. For the time being, I say goodbye to you all. Thank you all.